Hello, welcome to the Overachieving Shit Show. I am your host, Dr. Kate Rodriguez. Remember, this is not a therapy session. Although I am a therapist, I am not your therapist at this moment. This is for pure entertainment and information only. Okay, so now imagine you're juggling so many different tasks: HR, business side of things, social media, kids, a husband, all these different roles, and you just say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to disappear for a little while. And you find yourself in Sicily. And that is what we're doing right now. For those of you who don't know me, this is my son, Patrick. Say hello.
Hola.
And he wanted to be my guest today. And we are really excited because one of my last episodes was about traveling and how traveling is not, for me, just about going to fancy hotels or having the fancy meals. For me and my family, it's about stopping and spending the time together. And so we have been here and having a great time. And so it's the whole family, and my best friend even showed up for a couple of days. And I wasn't going to do any of the podcasts while we were here, but one thing has really stood out to us since we've been here, and it has been Mount Etna. So where we are sitting, we can see the top of Mount Etna, the volcano, one of the most active volcanoes in Europe. And it has really made me think about how similar it is to burnout and stress. The first few days we were here, there was lava pouring out, right? So how did you feel when you saw all that lava? Like, literally, we could see the lava melting down from where we're at.
No.
Did it scare you? No. It didn't scare me either. For me, it was interesting because the locals aren't scared. In fact, they build their towns next to the most recent lava flow because they say, well, it's not going to happen twice in the same place, which I don't completely understand that logic, but it was interesting. But the reason why I saw a similarity with burnout and the lava is because it doesn't just happen right away, right? So burnout and stress sit there and they simmer for so long before that lava actually does come out and erupt. And I think that that is a big thing for a lot of us, that we ignore all these signs and symptoms that our body's telling us, and then it just kind of explodes when we get pushed too hard or under too much pressure, and it comes out as a very scary thing sometimes, like lava. Does that make sense, Patrick? Yeah. One thing we found interesting, we did a food tour. People here in Sicily really love food, and we had a lady, we had this couple, Barbara and Chris, that showed us around, and I asked them, like, you see this lava flowing, they're from a town on the volcano. What do you do when you find out that the lava's coming? Like, do you get scared? Like, when do you leave? And she said, oh, we usually go and drink some coffee, and then we get our stuff and evacuate. And I was like, people aren't just like running out of here? She's like, no, lava moves real slow. It's fine. And that calmness to me was just amazing. Like, they sit there every day and look outside and see whether or not this volcano is erupting. Can you see lava? Can you see smoke? Like, what's going on? And it kind of determines what you're going to do next, which it was kind of cool, right? Like, I mean, I think a lot of people that we've been texting have been like, what in the hell is wrong with you being so close to a volcano? And we were like, oh, everybody else seems fine, so I guess we're fine too. And I think that says a lot about the people around you as well. If you are going to be around people who can stay calm and collected in stressful situations, it really affects the way you're going to deal with it too. And so we've just kind of hung out, right? It's also the middle of a heat wave, so there's wildfires going on all around Sicily. How many did we see? 8. So we actually drove through and saw a lot of the fires, which was pretty scary, but it seems like they have it under control. So with this vacation, a lot of the times we're kind of just hanging out here at our Airbnb and just chilling, right? Just kind of spending time, eating snacks, cooking, doing things like that, swimming. So, okay, so back to the burnout and the lava flow. Like, what happens when you ignore... We're recording, Papa. No. Now my other son is joining us. So if we ignore what's happening under the surface, you start ignoring how your body feels. You ignore the unhealthy thoughts that are going in your head, and then that's when that stress reaches a place where you can't come back. And so a lot of high achievers, like these overachieving shit shows that we discuss, they don't work on their stress management. They don't take care of themselves until the eruption occurs. And that's not how to do it. We need to implement different things in our daily lives that will help us to prevent the eruption and just get us to a point where we can relax. So when y'all are stressed, what are some things that you do to calm down? No, we do not hit your brother.
I don't know.
Okay, well, what have been the coolest parts of this trip for y'all?
Going on the volcano. Yeah, the volcano.
The volcano? So seeing the lava has been the coolest thing?
Going on the volcano.
Oh, going on the volcano. You're going to have to speak up, bud, because I don't know if this is actually working. So when you did go up on the volcano, was it scary?
No. Oh, no. I just like to see, like, right there and see it erupt.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So there's one thing that Sicilians, I will say, seem to kind of understand a little better. They do everything really slow and relaxed here, huh? It doesn't seem like anybody's in a rush. And for us as Americans, of course, like, that can be frustrating. We want to hurry. We order our food. We want to hurry up and go. Let's go. And here, it's a lot of waiting, right? It's just very calm. They're like, oh, it's hot, so just stay inside and just relax and just kind of start to slow down, which has been really nice. Another thing somebody pointed out was that the volcano is very similar to anxiety, right? Sometimes it's very quiet. Sometimes it's very quiet, right? Sometimes your anxiety is just inside, right? Vincent is my anxiety expert over here. So sometimes it's very quiet, and sometimes it starts rumbling. Sometimes it erupts, like a panic attack, right? Like when we saw on Inside Out Part 2. And, you know, there's different things that we have to do to make sure that we monitor what's going on with our body. So making sure you understand when you first start feeling those signs of anxiety, so then you can move forward and do something about it. And so a lot of these people will talk about the Etna and this volcano being so interesting because they have to stay informed. They have to talk to the experts. They have to prepare and have a plan. And then they have to keep living. And to me, that just completely is how we're supposed to be with anxiety too. And so you have to stay informed and prepared, and you need to have a plan. So when it does start rumbling and it comes up, then you know what to do. And so what is it that some of these people around Etna understand that we don't? Well, they seem to accept that life is going to have some risk, right? So bad stuff can happen when we don't expect it, right? So yes, the volcano is crazy and sounds more dangerous than most things do, but so do a lot of people. So we often chase this illusion of finding complete safety, right? If we stay home, things are going to be fine. If we don't take these risks, then we're going to be okay. But happiness isn't something that happens when all the risk is gone. And so, yeah, they live by a volcano. Yes, there's lava rocks all over the place, but it's. Are you okay? But everything has risk. Everywhere we go has risk. There's things that can happen no matter where we are. And so, in a way, they kind of understand that a little better than us. So yeah, I do. I feel like Etna is a representation of anxiety, of burnout, and that magma underground is like so many of those things that we all keep pushing down and ignoring. All those worries, all those anxieties that we keep just pushing down. And you know what? Pressure isn't the enemy, right? So little pressure can create diamonds. It can create muscles, right? Pressure helps us grow, helps us get things done. The problem is when we go under too much pressure and we don't recover. We don't take a time to relax, like what we're doing right now, right? That's when things crack. That's when things explode. And so we have to think about those things and making sure we take care of ourselves, just like these Sicilians. So why do people want to live by a volcano? What did y'all learn?
To see the lava close up.
To be cool.
To be
Yeah.
cool. Okay, well, also, do you remember what grows around? Like, what grows around there?
Trees? I don't remember.
There was trees. What did we taste at that farm?
Hazelnuts.
Hazelnut.
Yeah, so there was all kinds of pistachios, hazelnuts, lemons, and it's just so lush and beautiful. So the volcanic soil actually brings a whole bunch of life. There's vineyards, there's citrus, there's olives, and all those things are only there because of the big, scary volcano. So with living near a lot of risk can also bring other stuff, right? So, yeah, I thought it was a beautiful lesson that I was trying to teach them, but I guess y'all weren't really. Maybe you'll listen now. That a big part of this beautiful experience is that some of the hardest things, like living by a volcano or in a heat wave or all these things going on, that's where so much of the growth happens. So just like being by the volcano, it's scary, but some big things are happening, right? So another thing that we've been hearing a lot of since we've been here is that a lot of younger people are coming back to Sicily after living away in big cities. Do y'all remember any of the reasons why younger people would come live here?
Because Donald Trump.
Because of Donald Trump. Okay. Also because they are wanting to live this slower life, to not be so busy, right? When we're at home, we're always, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to hurry up, we got to go, and all this hustle culture. And when we come here, everybody values family dinners, slower evenings, community, and just meaningful work over the hustle. And so have you noticed since we've been here, we wake up, we have breakfast, we sit on the swing, we take walks, we go to the bakery. It's slower, right? So you kind of enjoy each other more?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if any of these lessons are getting through to them, but hopefully they're helping you, the listeners. Okay, so what has surprised us most about Sicily? Is there anything here that surprised y'all?
There's more pine trees than I thought there would, and I found a huge one somewhere.
Well, it's inside, but we even have all these little pine cones everywhere.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I didn't know that the volcano would erupt so much, because I thought it would just erupt like once a week, but it did like almost every day.
I didn't know hazelnut would taste this fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than Nutella. The Nutella we have at home.
I ate a hazelnut off the ground with this. Like I found one on the ground, then I hit it with the stone, and then I ate the inside.
And was it like one of these? Like one of the volcano rocks?
No, the
It's
little,
like
It was volcano.
little nuts.
Oh, okay.
Is what I ate.
So I cracked
Oh
it open
no,
with
yeah,
the
it
lava.
was the volcano thing to bake it with. But
Okay, so one of the biggest things to remember about why we have to slow down. Why do we have to slow down and relax sometimes, Vincent?
sometimes if you are going in a rush, and then something happens to where you're going, it could be delayed for later, so you would have to go, like at an airport, you would have to go, we're late, it's gonna be in 10 minutes. But then you get there and then it gets delayed because a volcano's erupting, so it has to be delayed for either tomorrow or like a 10-hour or 1 hour.
Oh, so we have to like slow down and know that sometimes stuff is going to happen to ruin our plans and not to let it ruin your day.
But then it's the same thing if you're going slow, waiting for it to get delayed, because the volcano might erupt. It might also not erupt because I know. So it might not erupt. So then you do get late, and then you miss the flight. Then you would have to wait another like 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, so okay, so all these people who had to change their flights, they need to learn how to just chill a little bit.
And if you're in a rush, you'll get stressed out, and which isn't too good for your body.
That's true. It's not too good for your
I
body.
didn't even know that.
So, and does the lava move real fast or does it move real slow?
Real slow.
Okay, so a lot of things that we do in life need to go a little slower, right?
Lava smart.
And like, do things in life happen real fast? Like, did you become a really good soccer player out of nowhere, or did y'all have to practice?
Practice. But 2025 is going too fast.
Well,
I mean, 2026.
There you go. It went so fast you didn't even know what year it was.
Exactly.
Okay, so some of the most beautiful things in Sicily are actually here because of the volcano, right? So because of the risk, because of the danger, because of the lava, things are even more beautiful, right? So to close up, just remember, we've all built these years and years trying to build these lives where nothing erupts, where we just chase happiness and money and accomplishments and these things. No anxiety, no uncertainty. But sitting here and looking at Etna, I'm really realizing that that's not really the goal. The people who live here don't expect the volcano to disappear. They don't think it's going to just get quiet and stop smoking. The people who live here don't expect it to disappear, but they build beautiful lives in the shadow of Etna, and that's kind of very courageous, right? That's very brave. So don't wait for life to become safe. Maybe courage is planting stuff that comes out of that bad. So do y'all want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.